Hi, Janelle Schaefer here with Sheep Hill Herbs. Welcome back to another video. I'm so happy you found my channel. And if you've already subscribed, thank you so much. If you haven't, hit the subscribe button before you leave and the bell notification, which lets you know when I post a new video, which is about every day or every 2 days. And also hit the like button and leave a nice comment when you've watched a video, because that will help my videos come up higher in the YouTube algorithm. Okay, so today for this video, I'm going to show you how to make a spiced coconut milk drink with turmeric and ginger and cinnamon and nutmeg. That's super, super delicious, but also has nutritious spices and a relaxing component. So let me show you how we're going to do this. Okay, so I'm going to show you what you will need to make this drink. You're going to need a saucepan, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of ginger, 2 teaspoons, actually it's probably about 3 teaspoons of dried turmeric, and nutmeg. Here's some nutmeg. You need raw honey or maple syrup. You need a can of coconut milk and the full fat milk, not like the emulsified kind of weird corn syrupy kind of coconut, but like real coconut. And you need regular milk. I use almond milk, but you could use raw goat milk or raw cow milk. You could use soy milk, whichever milk you want to, besides almond milk that you're going to blend in with the coconut. So in my health journey and changing my lifestyle and the way I eat and incorporating herbs into my diet, I had to find ways to kind of like replace sugary treats that I kind of missed a lot. And one way that I did that was through beverages, either smoothies or through drinks, hot drinks like this one that I'm making with the turmeric. And I do not do a lot of sweetening with the honey, just enough. And then the sweet flavor kind of comes out with the coconut and the spices, and it's appetizing, it's pleasing, and it definitely for me takes away that craving of wanting something really sweet and sugary, because the amount of sugar we consume in modern life is definitely not how we should be consuming sugar. So if you think about history, or when people were living a less industrialized kind of lifestyle, you had your fruits in season, and you also dried fruits, so you did have dried fruits, and you had honey from harvesting in the wild, but you couldn't go to a grocery store and just buy pounds and pounds of these sweet products and ice creams and cookies and all these things that we are able to get that are nice treats at times, but are way overdone. So I tried to kind of replicate that lifestyle where I wouldn't have had so much sweet, where a sweet thing is a special thing and not an every meal or throughout the day kind of thing. And limiting your sugar will help so many things work better in your body. So let's get started in making the drink. What I do first, and I'm not at my stove obviously, is I take the entire can of coconut milk, and like I said, you want a full fat milk. And I do have a video on here that has, it's an earlier video on another brand that I like a lot. This one is Thai Kitchen, which I'm not endorsing for money purposes, but it is a nice coconut milk. So it's really creamy. Let's go in there. And then I do a lot of Simpler's method measuring, which is without measuring cups because I cook a lot. So I'm going to add 1 cup, and I kind of know what 1 cup looks like, of almond milk, and that does not have to be so rigidly firm. It's okay if you have 1.5 cups or even 3/4 of a cup. So I'm just mixing this together, and then I'm going to take my turmeric, and I'm going to add my turmeric, and I'm going to take my cinnamon, and I'm going to add my cinnamon, and I'm going to take my ground ginger, and I'm going to add my ginger, and I'm just going to stir. Actually, I'm going to do my clove. So this is like a lot of spices for what will be about 3 cups, 2.5 cups of beverage. This is a lot of spices. Turmeric is an anti-inflammatory spice. That means it brings inflammation down in the system. Inflammation is the root cause of many diseases. It has ginger, a digestive herb. It has cinnamon and cloves, both herbs or spices that help with pancreatic function and insulin regulation. Also circulation and circulatory issues. This is a tonic drink. A lot of the things that I teach about or show in my videos are tonic remedies, meaning they're daily remedies that are for a better lifestyle. I'm not showing you how to cure anything or to rid of something, a grave illness. Like, that is what your doctor is for. What I'm showing you is how to make herb and spice laden foods and preparations that will make your life better and make you go from one level of healthiness to a whole new level of healthiness. So what I'm going to do next is take this to the stove, and I'm going to stir it up really good with a whisk and heat it, and then come back and add my honey. Okay, so I started to mix this, and I have my heat on a medium heat. And you can see how creamy it is from the coconut milk. If you make this with regular milk or just the almond milk and skip the coconut, it is much more runny, and it's really not nearly as good. This drink can actually help you sleep at night if you drink it about an hour before bed. And I do not want to boil this. I don't want to scald either milk or my spices. I'm just going to bring it up to a simmer and then stop. So, be back in a minute with the honey. Okay, so I'm back, and this is my raw honey, and I'm adding just a little bit. When I say I don't eat much sugar, I don't think people realize how little sugar I mean when I say I don't eat much sugar. So I'm gonna take this honey, and again, I'm not measuring. I am going to pour out I don't even think that was quite 2 tablespoons. And just stirring it together. I can taste it. So it has a little bit of sweetness. And just for example, when I bake, I'm not a good baker because I never, ever, ever can follow the amount of sugar or sweetener. I shouldn't say sugar. I never use white sugar, but the amount of sweetener. And I'll use honey or maple syrup or sucanat, which is a raw, very like minimally processed brown cane sugar. Even when I use these natural sweeteners, I never use the full amount that they call for. And thus my baked products taste not nearly, I would say, as good, but they're deliciously healthy and pleasing. And when you get used to less sugar, you actually, when you have something super, super sweet, it's like, oh my gosh, that is just way too sweet. And you can tell the difference of how you feel when you have less sugar or less sweetener, because even honey is I keep saying sugar, but a sweetener. The molecules still kind of react the same in the body. Now, white sugars, of course, do other things, fray the nerves, where honey and maple syrup have minerals that are actually used by the body, but the sweet aspect is what we don't want to overdo. So this is finished, and I'm going to enjoy a mug of it. And thank you again for coming to see my videos, and come again.